Hi, let's get straight to the point today. Are we, that's Nigerians, so not UARians, afraid of our shadows? This government used social media to get into power. A lot of government ministries and agencies use social media to put out information. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control used Twitter in particular to disseminate daily figures during the COVID-19 pandemic and also to correct fake news spread on social media. All conventional media platforms today use social media to stay relevant, including government media platforms. In fact, this week, the NBC says it's unpatriotic for any broadcast station to still publish their Twitter handles. At least, that sounds like an appeal. Unlike the AGF, Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, who threatened Nigerians still tweeting with arrest and prosecution. Presidents and the presidency tweets the words of press statements and releases, which is how we even got here in the first instance. The president said the now infamous words of "treat them in the language they understand" at a meeting with INEC officials. We couldn't ask him not to say it. In fact, a lot of us may not have even seen the video until the words were tweeted by the president's Twitter handler. If the president's account was not suspended for 12 hours and his tweets deleted, the president would still have been tweeting. I did not violate any Twitter rules. I do not have a problem with Twitter. Why do I have to have my own handle suspended? And for some people who have their businesses on Twitter, have their businesses shut down just because the president or the presidency in Nigeria is tyrannical and dictatorial and cannot withstand a social media platform deleting and offending tweets. The president of Nigeria should not be threatening to deal with only criminals from one region while appealing with criminals from another. So people who reported the tweet in droves and had it pulled down by Twitter for violating its policies were on their rights. These are rules that you signed up for when you signed onto the platform, not to harass anyone by their ethnicity. It's a rule. So to then close the Nigerian internet space to an app that people all over the world use to share information is shooting yourself in the foot. It's being afraid of your own shadows. Simply put, this government knows how much they use social media to propagate disaffection towards the Jonathan administration. They used the same Twitter to criticize every last move of the previous administration and are now afraid of being treated alike. Simple. If not, while you're being accused of clamping down on the media, while prove everyone right and run amok. Minister of Information was on every media as spokesperson of his political party criticizing the former government. There's really no opposition party today doing the same. So the Nigerian people are now the opposition, and social media is their own platform to out the government for failing on all fronts and for performing worse than they criticized the last administration for. My advocacy today, therefore, is to warn that if you block all social media platforms, you will become like everyone else in the next 2 years when you get out of power, and the social justice platforms that you destroy today will be the ones that you also need, just in case your party becomes opposition when out of government and your chicken will come home to roost. Nigerians will definitely succeed. This government will not be the end of us.